Hello students, in this video I would be covering income tax amendments as applicable for Jan 2025 exams. ICAI has come out with statutory update as applicable for Jan 2025 exams for both income tax as well as indirect tax. But in this statutory update, they have covered all the amendments, including whatever the amendments was applicable for May as well as September exams. But the statutory update for May and September I have already covered separately, guys. So if you have not yet watched it, the link for the same would be provided in the description. Please do watch that first and then come to this video, because in this video I would be covering the amendments exclusively applicable for Jan exams only. So before I start, I have also prepared a reference material as applicable for Jan 25 exams, guys, where the content I have taken from my regular study material, and whatever are the amendments I have just highlighted in red color, so that it would be easy for you to update in your regular study material. So it will help you to study further also. And before we start, I just clarification for you guys. Finance Act 2023 would be applicable for your Jan exams. Also, the previous year would be 23-24, and accordingly the assessment year would be 24-25. Any questions in the exams for calculations would be asked for previous year 23-24 or assessment year 24-25. Is that clear for you? I am clarifying this because already there is a new Finance Act which is applicable practically, but for your exams it will not be applicable, guys. That is only for May 2025 exams and onwards. Whereas for you guys, it is Finance Act 2023 only. With this, we will start with the amendments. Guys, in this statutory update, I have highlighted the amendments which are applicable for Jan 2025 exams. You can observe here, there are only two changes for Jan 2025 exams. What are those? I have just highlighted here. We will cover them in detail now. So the first change is with respect to the TDS and TCS topic. Let us straight away go for that. Yeah, come to chapter 7 in the statutory update. You can also keep your regular study material ready with you, so that whatever changes are there, I will just tell you. You guys can update even in the study material. Yeah, first change. Reserve Bank of India excluded from the definition of specified person liable for deduction or collection of tax at a higher rate. Notification number 45/2024 and 46/2024 dated 27th May 2024. Sir, are we supposed to remember this notification number, date and all? No, guys. From exam point of view, not so important. What is the amendment? That is important. Yeah. First, let me just tell in gist what is this change all about. Guys, you have seen in TDS and TCS, there are respective sections. In case of TDS, section 206AB will tell if the payee is a specified person. If payee is a specified person, then payer has to deduct TDS at twice the rate of TDS. Whatever is the rate of TDS, twice of it, or 5%, whichever is higher. Same way, we have one section in TCS, section 206 CCA, which tells if buyer is a specified person, then the seller has to collect TCS at twice the actual rate of TCS or 5%, whichever is higher. Agree? Yes, sir. So in both these cases, that is in case of TDS, the payee should be a specified person, whereas in case of TCS, the buyer should be a specified person. But now they have clarified that the specified person for both TDS as well as TCS will not include Reserve Bank of India. Will not include Reserve Bank of India. So what is it? We will see. Section 206AB requires to deduct tax at source at a higher of twice the actual rate in the Act, or the twice the rate or rates in force mentioned in the Finance Act. In simple, twice the actual TDS rate, or 5%, whichever is higher. Under certain sections, on any sum or income or amount paid or payable or credited by a person to a specified person, that is the payee is a specified person. Similarly, Section 206 CCA requires to collect tax at source at the higher of twice the actual rate of as per the Act, that is the TCS rate, or 5% under certain sections on any sum or amount received by a person from a specified person. That is, if the buyer is a specified person. Specified person. Now, who is specified person? For both TDS as well as TCS purpose, who is specified person? When can we call payee or buyer as a specified person? Specified person is a person who has not furnished the return of income for assessment year relevant to the previous year immediately preceding the financial year, in which tax is required to be deducted or collected, as the case may be, for which the time limit for furnishing the return of income under section 139 subsection 1, that is the due date for filing returns, has expired, and the aggregate of tax deducted at source and tax collected at source in his case is 50,000 or more in the said previous year. Sir, what is it? Guys, I will just explain you. Assume now we are checking for previous year 23-24, whether the payee or the buyer is a specified person, for which we have to go back to the preceding year 22-23, only one year. Preceding year we have to go and check whether TDS plus TCS under all sections put together, TDS plus TCS all sections put together, is it more than or equal to how much? 50,000. More than or equal to 50,000 under all sections put together, because TDS might be deducted under multiple sections for me, same way TCS might be collected under multiple sections or different sections, all sections put together, both TDS as well as TCS put together, if it is 50,000 or more, plus I have not filed my income tax returns for this year, and the due date to file returns has already expired. In that, and please be careful, for previous year 22-23, assessment year would be 23-24. Yes, so due date might be like 31st July, something like that. Just assume it is 31st July. Then in that case, only after 31st July, the payee or the buyer can be treated as specified person, because they have clearly mentioned the due date to file the returns also has expired. Okay, what is it, guys? I repeat once again. For the last year, the TDS plus TCS deducted or collected is 50,000 or more, plus you have not filed the income tax return, plus the due date is already over. The due date has expired. In that case, they are telling in the current year, he will be treated as specified person. He will be treated as specified person. And please be careful, this is now only 1 year. This is only 1 year, means we have to check it only for the last year, not for the last 2 years, but only for last 1 year. Okay. However, the specified person inter alia would not include a person who is not required to furnish the return of income for the assessment year relevant to the said previous year and is notified by the central government. So central government was given the power to notify any person who is not covered under specified person. Accordingly, using that power, the CBDT has wide notification number 45 and 46 date 27th May 2024 notified the RBI as a person not include in the definition of specified person. So the conclusion is in the last paragraph. Specified person will not include Reserve Bank of India, guys. That's all. This is all about this change. Now coming to my regular study material, if you come to chapter 7, there I have given section 206 AB with respect to TDS. So you can see section 206 AB is not applicable for few sections also. All this we already covered in regular classes. So please be careful with the content what I have highlighted in red color. Guys, see, however, the specified person does not include, already it didn't include one person who is like non-resident, who does not have permanent establishment in India. Now they have added one more person, Reserve Bank of India. Please update this. And also specified person, if he has not filed the return in last 1 year and the TDS plus TCS is more than or equal to 50,000 and the due date to file income tax return for that last year has already expired. Only in that case, that particular person will be treated as specified person for the current previous year. Hope it is clear for you. Same way, coming to TCS. TCS also you can see CCA. CCA. CC is with respect to PAN. So PAN there is no change and all. So straight away CCA you can observe. Here also you can see I had given already specified person will not include non-resident who does not have permanent establishment in India, and second point was a person who is not required to furnish the return of income for assessment year relevant to the said previous year and is notified by the central government in this behalf, and now the government has notified Reserve Bank of India, guys. Reserve Bank of India. So please update this change accordingly. Now let us move to the second amendment. Yeah, second amendment is with respect to PAN and Aadhaar linking. Before I go through this, guys, we will just see some background about this so that you guys come to chapter 8 assessment procedure. There we have rule 114 AAA. Rule 114 AAA. Yes, sir. So you can see if the assessee fails to link his Aadhaar with PAN, then PAN will become inoperative and the assessee has to face certain consequences. Now there is some amendment with respect to this. Before going through the amendments, we'll just understand the provisions quickly, guys. We'll just recall it. Then we will see what is the amendment. Yeah, first one. Rule 114 AAA sub rule 1. Date from which PAN becomes inoperative. Where a person who has been allotted PAN as on 1st July 2017 and is required to intimate his Aadhaar number under section 139AA2 has failed to intimate the same on or before the 31st March 2022. This is the due date which they are given or the deadline. The PAN of such person shall become inoperative and he shall be liable for payment of fee specified under section 234H read with rule 114 5A. Guys, the deadline to link your Aadhaar with PAN was 31st March 2022. Okay. When and how the PAN will become inoperative? Whatever has become inoperative, how will it become operative? See, first of all, sir, when will it become inoperative? We have to see. Whatever PAN I have, if I have not linked with Aadhaar, when it will become inoperative, sir? Yeah. Where a person has intimated his Aadhaar number after 31st March 2022, after the payment of fee specified under section 234H, his PAN would become operative within 30 days from the date of intimation of Aadhaar number. So as I told you, first of all, when my PAN will become inoperative, sir? If you are not linked your PAN with Aadhaar before 31st March 2022, then your PAN will become inoperative. The PAN will become inoperative. Yes, sir. Now, can I link it later, sir? Yes, you can link it, but by paying a late fee as per section 234H, which is 1000 rupees. Even after 31st March, that is on or after 1st April 2022, you can still link your Aadhaar with PAN, but by paying late fee. Now, I just repeat again, if you are not linked your Aadhaar with PAN before 31st March 2022, then from 1st April, it will become inoperative. It will become inoperative. Now, how will I make my inoperative PAN operative, sir? By paying late fee, I can link my Aadhaar with PAN. And once I have linked, within 30 days of linking, my inoperative PAN will become operative. Okay. Now, there were also some consequences which I have to face when my PAN is inoperative. What are those? A person whose PAN has become inoperative shall be liable for further consequences, namely, refund of any amount of tax or part thereof due under the provisions of the Act shall not be made. So, when your PAN is inoperative, your refund will not be processed. Then, interest shall not be payable on such refund for the period beginning with the date specified and ending with the date on which it becomes operative. Means, even though you are eligible for any refund, on refund normally you will be getting the interest part for the period of delay. But for the period from the date your PAN become inoperative till the date your PAN become operative, interest will not be paid for you. Even though you are eligible for refund, still you will not be paid interest on that amount for this particular period. What is that period? I repeat again, from the date your PAN become inoperative, that is normally 1st April 2022, till the date it becomes operative. For this period, no interest would be paid. Then, where tax is deductible in case of such person, such tax shall be deducted at a higher rate in accordance with the provisions of section 206 AA. Guys, if pay's PAN has become inoperative, then it is as if he doesn't have PAN. So payer has to deduct TDS at a higher rate as per section 206 AA, not AB, AA. Okay. Where tax is collectible at source in case of such person, such tax shall be collected at higher rate in accordance with the provisions of section 206 CC. Same way, in case of TCS, if buyer PAN has become inoperative, it is as if he doesn't have PAN. So the seller will collect TCS at the higher rate as per section 206 CC. The amendment is with respect to these 2 points. So please be careful. Yes. Then coming to Subrule 4. Subrule 4 provides that provisions of Subrule 3 shall have effect from date specified by the board. That is, these consequences will be applicable from what date, sir? Is it from 1st April 2022 only? No. They told the above consequences is applicable from the date notified by CBDT. What is the date notified? We will see. Accordingly, the CBDT has wired this circular specified that consequences specified above will be effective from 1st July 2023 and would continue till the PAN becomes operative by intimating Aadhaar number. But for linking, you have to pay the late fee of 1000 rupees. A fee of rupees 1000 will continue to apply to make the PAN operative by intimating the Aadhaar number. However, these consequences of PAN becoming inoperative shall not be applicable to those persons who have been exempted from intimating Aadhaar number. Few people have been exempted by linking Aadhaar and PAN. For them, all these consequences also will not be applicable. Okay, guys, see you. Please see you. So before 31st March 2022, if you are not linked your PAN with Aadhaar, your PAN will become inoperative. But the consequences will not be applicable from 1st April 2022. It would be applicable from 1st July 2023. That means if you have linked your Aadhaar in between this, you will pay late fee of 1000 rupees. But consequences will not be there. You will not face any of these consequences. Sir, what if I am linking my Aadhaar after 1st July 2023? After 1st July 2023, if you are linking your Aadhaar, they told you have to pay late fee 1000 rupees. Plus, you should also face the consequences. Till the date you link your Aadhaar with PAN and your PAN becomes operative. Okay. Now, there is an amendment with respect to this. What is that amendment? We will see. Please pay attention. Circular number 3/2023 dated 28th March 2023 has been partially modified to provide relief to tax deductor. Circular number 3/2023 dated 28th March 2023 has been partially modified to provide relief to tax deductor and tax collectors for failure to deduct or collect tax at higher rate, which applies as a consequence of failing to link Aadhaar with PAN, resulting inoperative of PAN. Rule 114 AAA Subrule 3 details the consequences of PAN becoming inoperative, which we just now saw. This part, guys. This part. Okay. These consequences include no tax refunds, no interest on refunds, and higher rates for TDS under section 206 AA and TCS under section 206 CC as per rule 114 AAA Subrule 4. These consequences would be effective for the period commencing from the date specified by the board till the date it becomes operative. Accordingly, the CBDT White Circular number 3/2023 dated 28th March 2023 specified that the consequences mentioned in Rule 114 AAA Subrule 3 will be effective from 1st July 2023. Continue till the PAN becomes operative. Several grievances have been received from the taxpayers reported receiving notices for short deduction or collection of TDS or TCS while carrying out the transaction where the PAN of the deductees or collectees were inoperative. In such cases, as the deduction or collection has not been made at a higher rate, demands have been raised by the department against the deductors or collectors while processing of TDS or TCS statements under section 200A or under section 206 CB, as the case may be. Means this was some of the issues which was faced by the assessees. Now, to address these grievances, the CBDT has partially modified circular number 3/2023. Accordingly, the CBDT has wide circular specified that for the transaction entered into up to 31st March 2024 and in cases where the PAN becomes inoperative as a result of linkage with Aadhaar on or before 31st May, deductor or collector is not liable to collect tax at source at higher rate under section 206 AA or 206 CC. Guys, this is the relief given. So please be careful. This is the amendment at the end. What is it? More than amendment, we can call it as a relief also. See, we saw under the consequences, there were two scenarios. If payee's PAN has become inoperative or if the buyer PAN has become inoperative, then the TDS or TCS has to be deducted or collected at a higher rate as per section 206 AA in case of TDS or in case of TCS 206 CC. But they told these two are not applicable from 1st July 2023. They told for the transactions which are entered up to 31st March 2024. That is what the date they have told you, 31st March 2024. For the transaction which is entered on or before this date, then these two consequences will not be applicable, guys. These two consequences will not be applicable for any payments made or for any sales made up to 31st March 2024. Even though if payee or in case of TCS buyer PAN has become inoperative, still consequences will not be applicable. That is, higher rate of TDS or TCS will not be applicable, provided they link their Aadhaar with PAN before 31st May 2024. They link before this date, they link their Aadhaar with PAN, but by paying late fee. Late fee will be applicable, 1000 rupees. But consequences, only two consequences will not be applicable. What are those two consequences, sir? Higher rate of TDS and higher rate of TCS. Whereas the other two consequences, that is the refund part and this one, is it applicable, sir? The interest on refund? Yes. Those consequences are applicable. From what date, sir? From 1st July 2023 only those consequences are applicable. Whereas only higher rate of TDS and TCS, they have relaxed till 31st March 2024. Provided the payee or the buyer whose PAN has become inoperative, they have to link it with Aadhaar by paying late fee on or before 31st May 2024. Sir, what if they don't link their Aadhaar with PAN even before 31st May 2024, sir? Then the consequences would be applicable from this day only. From 1st July 2023 only, consequences would be applicable, including higher rate of TDS and TCS. Hope you guys got clarified with this. Is that clear? Yes, sir. So you can see the final changes with respect to this, which I have given here in red color. CBDT has wide circular specified that for the transaction entered up to 31st March 2023, means for any payments made or for any sales made up to 31st March 2024. And in cases where the PAN becomes operative as a result of linkage with Aadhaar on or before 31st May 2024, deductor or collector is not liable to deduct or collect tax at source at higher rate under section 206 AA or section 206 CC. So only for these two consequences they have given the relaxation, whereas the first two consequences they are not given any relaxation. It would be applicable from 1st July 2023 only, guys. Is that clear? Yes, sir. This is all about the income tax amendments. All the best, guys.